So Blaze, if you're listening, just cut this out.
If I'm
Blaze,
listening.
if you're listening out there somewhere. Welcome to Something Feral, the podcast where three friends watch, eat, and talk trash. We're your hosts. That was a bird.
That was a bird?
I think so. Or maybe the wind, but the window's not open, so
There's no like tree branches.
No,
What
like
the
I think
fuck?
that was a bird.
My God.
I hope it was a crow.
The way the crow flies.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're your hosts. I'm Kate.
I'm Brianna.
And I'm confused, Blaze. What the fuck was that?
I think it's a good omen, unless it's like dead on the sidewalk, in which case...
I don't think it hit that hard because
No, it sounded like it just like kind of flopped around.
into it.
It
Yeah.
sounded like a whoosh for the listeners. We, like right before we started, heard a very strange sound towards the window. And I'm concerned. Now I hear chirping.
It was the bird. The other birds are upset.
The bird's fine.
Yeah.
The bird is fine.
You would know.
It's fine. Yes. Should I go outside?
Brianna, go check.
Yeah.
No, we have work to do. I mean, if we really think the bird's hurt, but I don't think it is.
I think it's fine.
Top of the order.
Yeah.
Bird stuff, bird law. I learned something really interesting about the Masters. I know this will be like dropping after, a while after the Masters was on.
It was my first time watching it.
Yeah, it's a romp.
It already happened?
Yeah.
It was on over the weekend. Yeah.
Thursday
I thought it
through
was in,
Sunday.
like, the summer. I don't know anything.
There's other ones.
There's so much golf.
There's always
All
golf.
the time.
There will be more. Don't worry. And you know what? Maverick will let you know. He'll let you know when they all are, and you can come over and watch them.
Okay. No thanks.
Yeah, I won't
be
thought
doing
I'd
that.
extend the invitation. But when there's golf, when there's
There
a
are
golf
boys.
tournament, yeah, it's on in our home, so
Yeah.
which is fine. I don't really mind it. And the Masters is fun. It's like a whole vibe. But I learned. So Maverick taught me this, and I think it's the funniest thing ever. So, okay, after the cut for the amount of people who can like make it, there sometimes are an odd number of players.
Okay.
But players go out 2 by 2. So like theoretically there could be someone going out by themselves.
I
And
didn't know that.
I saw that there was this guy, and he wasn't getting a lot of airtime, and like he wasn't dressed like that. Like I don't remember how he stood out to me, but he clearly I was like, who's that? Or like, who's playing here? Or, like, I noticed this person. He was like, oh, like that's the marker. And I was like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And he was like, yeah.
The marker, you idiot.
Yeah. I was like, sorry. Apparently, so that if there's not a number, this person doesn't have to go out alone. And like usually the worst golfers go out first. So, it would be very low vibes if the worst player had to go out by himself, apparently. So the Augusta member, because Augusta's a country club,
Right.
the country club member who's playing the best gets to go and play. Like he can't score. It doesn't like count. He just like plays for no reason so that the one guy doesn't go by himself.
Okay, so does this person know? Like, how much time do you have to prepare? Is it like, hey,
I don't know.
Bob,
I don't know the time.
get up and go golf.
I don't know the time between like the cut and like when they step on the course. I don't know what that time frame is, but I imagine you would know because that would be like a benefit of being a golfer at this club. Like you could
Yeah.
play in the Masters.
Are they scored or are they just there as a body?
You can like count your score, but like it doesn't count towards anything. Like
You're not winning
yeah,
anything.
you can't like beat anyone.
What
You're
if
just
he
there.
beat people, though?
It doesn't matter because you're just there for vibes. You're there as a friend. You are there as a friend.
Yeah, but what if he was really good?
Like,
It doesn't matter.
An emotional support golfer.
An emotional support. No, literally. And Maverick said to me, like, when I was like, wait, I was like, so you're telling me this guy is just there
for vibes.
for vibes? And he was like, well, yeah, you don't want to golf by yourself. And I was like, it's by definition a solo sport. Like one person wins. There's not like a team. It's not like a golf team. Like
yeah, and there's so many other
And, like,
people
you
there.
have
it's players.
You
Like,
have the caddy with you. the whole
exactly.
time.
That's what I
Right.
said. And he was like, it's not the same. He was like shocked that I thought this was silly.
So
I was
wait,
like,
is this specific to the Masters?
yes. I don't
So-
know if other, what, there might be other competitions that.
I was just going to ask because, like, it seems silly that that's only for one. Like, because I'm assuming that happens in other tournaments.
I would think so. So yeah, I don't know.
Listeners, let us know. Maverick.
The master marker Maverick, let us know what the situation is.
Right.
So this guy literally is there to be a friend. The real Masters is the friends you make along the way. And I think
Period.
I saw, there's like that, it's like a tweet or a meme, and it's like men invented golf because they were too scared to ask each other to go on walks.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This like
What?
proves that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I thought they all got their own golf cart. I just
Wait,
It never occurred to me that they did it in pairs.
They're not competing in pairs. They just go from hole to hole together.
But like,
just two men going from hole to hole.
Two men going hole to hole with their
that the truth?
poles.
with their sticks, and they get drunk while doing it. Obviously,
It's romantic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is romantic.
in a loving way, like a
bro way.
Romanticize your friendships.
yeah, that's right. Well,
that is right.
Yeah, and you know what, men, y'all need friends. Not internet incel friends. Stay away from that, please.
no Facebook groups.
Yeah, avoid the Facebook groups.
Ooh.
All right, we've got a special guest that's going to give us a
Yeah.
something feral, and he is ready.
Dale.
Dale is giving us
Hell
the
yeah.
something feral today.
Dale is going to be our special he's dialing in.
Our first caller.
Our first caller.
Calling into the station.
Yep. All right. So here he is.
Oh, is he on the phone?
Yep. I'm
20 minutes to wipe my kid's ass.
really
Strong
Great.
start.
Strong start.
Turn that shit up.
All right. I've got you up to the phone.
Welcome, Dale.
Welcome.
We're so happy you're
Hello,
here.
I am Dale,
One of
My
us.
go- my-
One of us. One of
my
us.
God-given name.
You love it.
God smiled upon that little baby, and your parents said, "He's Dale."
Is Dale, just like their God Earnhardt.
That's our Dale.
Well,
That's our Dale.
to be fair, in my defense, this story does not do you any favors when it comes to your nickname.
Oh no.
Tell my story I'm about to tell?
Yeah,
I'm so
That
excited.
is true, and kind of a good genesis where the name could have come from.
that's right.
All right, is it my turn to tell a story?
Yep.
Go for it.
Oh, way back in the olden times when there was no phone or social media to entertain us.
Dale is old, just as a reminder
am-
for everybody.
Yes. Just when I had my driver's license and there was still no computers or social media, it was AOL chat rooms.
that's
We
old.
found ourselves entertaining through driving around, and we're out in the cornfield and country, so there's nothing else to do besides smash mailboxes.
Oh my God, that's so rude.
I mean, yes, and we paid the price. So it all starts one night that we're going out. It's actually a two-part story. We go right around. We had enough people that we had to split up in two cars.
Wait, two trucks. I assume you're in a truck, right?
No, I was in my 91 Firebird with T-tops, thank you very much.
Oh.
And the other friends were in a truck, in a
Wait.
flatbed truck.
So you like stick the bat out the window. If you're not in the truck bed, you have to like stick your body
Your
out the window.
torso?
You've never smashed mailboxes?
No,
No,
Dale.
We have
no,
not.
no, Dale. I've never smashed a mailbox.
Well, to do that, you have to unbuckle, hang yourself out the car as you're moving, and then you wind up and smash a mailbox as you drive by. You know, there's two ways you can drive by, a little fast if you weren't there and chase you, or you can slow down, stop, and wind up and smash it.
Oh, wind up, he says.
That feels like you're cheating. I feel like you
Oh,
get
yeah.
one shot at the mailbox when the car's going.
That's the more fun way because you just keep going. It's a little more dangerous.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, looking back on it now.
He's like, we don't know. we don't.
I didn't
Not
know,
familiar.
Would I ever condone it now? No, but it was fun.
Wow.
So this one particular night, there was enough of us for two cars to go out and split up because, you got to hit multiple. You can't just go after one.
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah.
We went out and hit a couple, and then we got to one house, and of course, being Indiana, we had a giant firecracker with us. So instead of smashing this mailbox, we stopped and put a giant firework in it and drove down the road and watched it explode out the back towards the house.
That is so many crimes. So many crimes.
So many, some crime does come into this. I mean, beyond just the actual crime itself.
Some.
Going into someone's mailbox, a crime. Stuffing a fucking
Bomb.
firecracker
A bomb.
in a bomb in a mailbox. Yeah, there's
bomb.
like real major crime time. Big crime.
Lessons were learned, and then lessons were also not learned in this feral behavior of ours.
You did that again?
Oh, yeah, yes. Much more worse, as a matter of fact.
Much
more
more
worse.
It was much more worse than that, y'all.
Much more worse. So we're driving along, we're smashing mailboxes. We almost break my car. We knock one off of it, but then we get a call from our friends that they're being chased from
Rightfully
smashing
so.
a mailbox.
Sure.
So we end up hearing from them. They're going crazy. We drive to where they were at, the mailbox they had smashed. We see tire marks down to the highway because, again, we live right next to a highway, and they're being chased down said highway. We try to catch up to them. We don't see them yet, but we see a fender and a bumper pulled off. So we grab that, throw it in my trunk to catch up because we know.
Wait,
it's our
it was
friend's
their.
bumper.
It was your friend's bumper and fender.
Yes, it was my friend's bumper and fender. We find out that they're back at their friend's house or at his house. So we pull up. We see them talking there. And by the time we turn the corner, we see that there's cops there already.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, like, the teenagers without the bumper were particularly stealth.
No,
The cops
no,
weren't
not
there
at
for
all.
them.
No, we're not there for them. They're there for our friends because they had smashed a mailbox. But the owner, unbeknownst to us innocent people who are smashing it for the first time, it had been smashed a number of times before that because that's all there is to do in the country. They ended up getting chased by this guy down a highway. He ran into the back of their car and pushed them off into the median before yelling at them and driving away.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Was this the firework guy?
No, this was not. This is a different guy. This has happened to our friends in the trunk. This is who we were trying to catch up with.
Oh, in the truck. I thought he said in the trunk.
I heard trunk too.
Yeah, I was
Who
like-
in the trunk.
No, we didn't have anybody in the trunk. Come on now, we're not.
Come on, that's silly.
They were just in the truck bed.
That would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be absolutely. Well, our friend was in the truck bed while they were being chased, hanging on for dear life.
Oh, good.
And getting rammed?
Yes, he literally was in the truck bed and got rammed while they were trying to flee the scene of the crime.
My
Wow.
God.
That was a real Indiana story, Dale. Thank you.
He's like, why do you call me Dale? This is why.
Yeah. He's like, where on earth could this nickname have come from? Y'all never hit no mailboxes?
Oh, to tie this one off, they got probation. The guy got arrested and thrown in jail for one night for chasing them and running off.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we do the next weekend?
Smash some mailboxes.
Oh,
Tip some cows.
We put a chain around somebody's mailbox and pulled the whole suite of mailboxes out because we had to one-up ourselves.
What did the mailbox ever do to y'all? Why? I don't understand.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's Indiana. There's corn and mailboxes. There's not much else to do.
Indiana, corn and mailboxes.
Wow.
Just a reminder, your parents do sometimes listen to the podcast. Do they know the story?
Yeah,
They do now.
Yeah.
Well, they do because our friends ended up getting probation and their parents knew about that.
Oh, and they narked?
Well, they didn't even narc. The cops came to their house.
No, on you.
No, unlike you.
Oh yeah, no, I was definitely nowhere near any of that. I'm a good child. I would never partake in that.
I'm a good mailbox smasher.
Stealth mailbox
I ain't getting no
smasher.
caught.
We just did fireworks and drove away. They wouldn't know who it was.
Johnny Law ain't coming for me.
All right, Dale. Well, thank you for your call-in feral behavior.
Yeah, that was feral indeed. Indiana feral.
Indiana feral.
I was very Indiana feral. Didn't do myself any justice for my name.
That's
No,
what a
you
Dale would do.
earned that name. That's that. You know what? That was your Dale side.
Mm-hmm.
That was my Dale side. All right.
Wait,
Thank you.
can you finish up by just saying what is Dale's favorite phrase?
Oh yeah, God made dirt and dirt don't hurt.
That's
What
right.
was it? Camaro's got stripes.
Oh, there's more.
What was the whole thing? I forgot it
No,
already. Poor Dale.
corn makes corn.
Corn makes corn. Camaro's
Camaro's
got stripes.
I'm mad the woke left took my rights.
Yeah. No, it's what
Corn makes corn. Because
Corn.
it was supposed to be
Yeah.
corn makes whiskey, but then Dale said corn makes corn.
corn. So we made a little jingle. Corn makes corn. Camaro's got stripes. I'm mad the woke left took my rights.
That's it.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Satan did not like that song.
Oh, my God.
What?
Oh, fuck. Our pod turned off, too. We lost power.
We lost power.
Oh, the wind. It's so windy.
And we're back. I think we should explain that. Because in the cameras it'll show.
Yeah.
What just happened?
What a fuse blew.
We blew a fuse.
Satan's fuse.
Satan had enough of that Dale conversation. He this ain't right.
Yeah, the song is so ungodly.
Yeah.
You would think Satan would be on board, but
We didn't even say his name this
Evidently
time when he
not.
turned off our podcast.
that's true.
Well, he turned off everything.
Yeah, he turned off everything.
You have something in your hair.
Oh, I do. Which
On-
way? Is it Is it an
On
Oreo?
the right. No, I think it was a chip or like a...
No, it's Oreo cream.
Oh,
Oh, I got
feral
it.
behavior. Hell yeah.
Wow.
Good feral. When we talk about good feral and bad feral, that's
Yeah.
an example of good feral.
Finding a little treat in my hair.
Finding it, yeah.
Leftover food, delicious.
Just a little
Eating
just
with
a
your little
raccoon.
hands like a raccoon
That's
would.
right. So yeah, Dale really wanted to share some feral behavior.
That was a good one.
Growing up in the country.
I love the Indiana specific stories. Like, I know we're all in the Midwest, but like, let me tell y'all, it's a different place to place. Like, again, when I worked for a firm based in Boston, like, it was hard work doing the Lord's work, convincing people on the East Coast, the coastal elites, that like I lived in a real city. I was like, Detroit is like a real city, like a large city, like more diverse than a lot of the cities that y'all live in.
Yeah.
But they would see things in the news. They'd be like, I read about something called a hot dish, and it's like tater tots and gravy. They say it's like a Midwest custom. And I was like, I have never heard of nor eaten such a thing. Like,
Yeah, me neither.
I will say, like, there are certain states that are more Midwest than others.
yeah. And like parts of the state too, by like the stereotypical vibe.
Well, again, we are in a metro area of a big city.
Yeah,
Like,
Metro Detroit.
it's different no matter where you are.
There's cornfields nearby, but
not that near.
Not big ones, yeah.
yeah, not. And Indiana's close by, but it's very different there.
I was listening to that podcast about that family in like, I think it was Southern Ohio, that like killed a whole other family.
Oh, yeah.
And I was listening to that, and like, again, just such a different culture, such a different way of life. And that is what like my coworkers thought the Midwest was like. Like, that's where they thought like I lived.
Oh, no.
And I was like, I don't live in a holler. I don't know what to tell you. Like, but anyway, Indiana is its own vibe.
That's
was
right.
the point of my rant, my Midwest rant.
Your Midwest rant.
Yeah, this is the second episode where I've done that after I talked about the best ranches and
Right.
artisan ranch and the best ranch pairings.
It's in our blood.
It's just, it comes natural.
I know, it's probably like my most Midwest trait, my passion for good ranch.
That's right. I just can't imagine, like, nobody in that town had to have a mailbox if they were just, like, doing this every weekend.
Oh, no, it's huge. I mean, you have to remember, too, the homes are, like, the properties are large, and there's a lot of homes. I mean, you're driving a long way, but there are a lot of homes.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you can't go to the same place because
Well, it's also, I
all
think,
those.
why you can get away with it, like, because it's not like windy cul-de-sacs.
They
like,
go to the
it's-
next town over.
It's like a 55-mile-an-hour road, and there's a house on it with a mailbox. Like, you zoom by. You know what I mean? It's just wild.
I recently saw this video of someone where that kept happening, and it was actually like it was one of those like snow removal vehicles. They were like running over it on purpose, and so some guy he's installed like rebar in it, I think it's called, so like a steel post inside of the mailbox, and like put the mailbox like back on top that looked the same. So when he went to go run it over, he fucked up his truck.
Yeah.
And I was
You know
like,
what? Good for him. Justice.
Yeah, don't chase down teens and ram them.
Well, it was a
No.
government vehicle. He's like, the
Right.
government vehicle's running over my mailbox. Like, this is crap. And I would be pissed too. Good.
Yeah.
Get revenge. Bring back shame and revenge.
Taking matters into your own hands.
That's right. Let's jump into trash and treasure. So I have a treasure. Can I start?
Please.
If you have not watched it, no, either of you have, Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, I watched a
seen
few episodes
clips.
with you and Dale.
It's on Netflix. There's a new season out for the U.S. version.
my
And so
gosh.
the U.S. version is done by the same like crew and director that did the Australia version.
Okay.
And it's just such a good show to watch. Like,
It's so wholesome.
Wonderful.
Happy.
it's
wonderful.
just like it's so happy, wonderful. Like, the people on the show are just so genuinely themselves
Genuinely finding love.
and genuinely finding love, and like it's just
How
really
lovely.
wonderful to see, and like it just always like it just lifts my spirits.
Yeah.
It's also something my father-in-law likes to watch, so like we'll text and like talk about it.
Oh,
and,
I
like,
love
yeah,
That's cute.
It is a really, really good show.
Oh, I need something like that in my life. That's what I'm gonna watch.
It really lightens the mood. If you have not watched it, I would recommend starting, if you have not watched any of it, starting with the season 1, because there are reoccurring like individuals.
Oh.
Either couples, like there is a couple on this season that I don't know if they were in the first or second season, but they met on the show. And now they're like, they've been together for a few years
Aw.
now. And like,
is it Abby?
It
her
is
name?
Abby,
Okay,
yeah.
I've seen clips of like some of them, and she's
yeah,
just the cutest.
They're the cutest, and like the families have become super close, and like it's just a really wonderful show, and like it talks a lot about how many of these kids or many of these adults that when they were children they were like, oh, they're never gonna speak, they're never gonna be independent, and then like all of these folks are like,
now they're finding love.
yeah, it's just really wonderful, and the families are just so nice, and like you get to learn like about, it's just a really good show.
Yeah, like how can you not root for them?
How can you not root for them? And
Yeah.
like it also doesn't just focus on love too. It like talks about how important like independence is and how families provide that type of independence and like how comfortable you are in boundary setting. And like it's just like everybody should date the way that Love on the Spectrum individuals date.
That
really
is so lovely. I can't wait to watch it.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, because I watched the Australia seasons with you and Dale, and I remember like crying watching because it was so wholesome and sweet.
Beautiful.
Okay, anybody else have trash or treasure?
I have, well, a quick one. And I also see these glasses. Are these yours?
Oh yeah, give them. I'm gonna.
No, I will not give them. I'm going to tell my story with these on.
I can't keep leaving them at your.
You can have them back when I'm finished with my story.
Wipe them off. There's like fingerprints on them.
Kate is notorious for leaving sunglasses at everyone's house.
Okay, that's because I'll go over there when it's light, and then I'll leave when it's dark.
I am not placing any blame. I'm just saying it's for whatever reason you always leave sunglasses in places.
And I have many pairs, so it's not like
that's true.
I have to rush to get them back immediately.
These are gonna look horrible on me. These are huge.
They are really large. I would like them.
They go like all the way down to your nostrils.
Yeah, I know. Like for listeners, I have a child-sized face, and these take up the most of it.
I mean, to be fair, they're just gigantic. Like they're very big on my face too.
You will understand why I want to wear these for my stories. So, anyways, is there still fingerprints?
No, it's just like in the one corner. Maybe I can see it really specifically.
Are these the ones that like had the grease on them? From
No, that was you. Your meat grease. You
Yeah.
got meat grease on the last pair I left here.
To be fair, you left them here for weeks, and they were around the stove.
There is no way when someone says there is meat grease all over this, unless you're describing a pan, that the response should be, to be fair, like...
Okay, look, my kitchen is the same way. Like, if there is anything, like, within a 5-foot radius, like, the top of my fridge is really close. Like, our fridge is right next to our oven.
It gets greasy.
It gets greasy.
No, I know. Maverick, like, fixed the microwave, and, like, I got to see what lives inside, like, the crevices of a microwave.
Don't want to know.
You don't want ignorance is
Throw it
bliss.
away.
Yeah, keep it that way.
Recycle it.
No, we weren't throwing it away. Replacing it would have been $1 gazillion because it's like this specific size and like this specific like no, the grease stays.
Special microwave.
A special microwave, yeah, that we did not ask for. Anyway, proceed, Blaze.
Anyways,
Those do look really silly on you.
good. Because guess what, everyone? Lady Gaga is back.
Yes,
She
treasure.
Back and better than ever. It's a quick story, but she played at Coachella over the weekend, and
The costumes.
all the faves, the costume. I don't know how they did like the costume and set changes between each song. Like,
Amazing.
She had a bucket of sand for one of the songs. She had like herself in a chessboard for one of the songs, like fighting herself on a chessboard. I can't remember what song
It was like tour level.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
it was tour level, and they were like, "This is a set at Coachella." Like, imagine how insane her tour is going to be.
She's touring. We should talk about this.
I think it's sold out, but if we can find a way to go,
it's already sold out.
that's what I heard today. I'm not sure if
Where
the
is
person-
she
Well,
performing?
she's not coming to Detroit, but she is going to Chicago.
What the fuck?
I know.
Annoying.
I know. A lot of like big tours skip Detroit. It's like very shitty.
Detroit's a great place, bitches. Come
Fucking
here.
Motown. Like,
Yeah,
what are
we
you
love you.
doing?
What are
we
you
love
doing?
you. We will
Right.
see you. We respect music here.
Yeah.
And, like, then like there is Kid Rock. I'm like, I can understand why you wouldn't think that based on like Michigan artists, but think about
whatever.
Motown instead.
That's right.
But I was reading some of the comments on TikTok is where I saw like the videos, and they were like, they're calling her demonic again. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. She's being called
So
demonic. I love her.
We are back. Yeah, you're so right. And I saw a video of the dress, the red dress, like how it was made, and there's
Yeah.
like a video of them making it and like testing it to like open the way it did.
Yep.
Master craftsmanship. It was so cool to watch.
You know what it is? It's because she's out of her acting era right now.
What do
She
you
has
mean?
no like films. Like when she was doing a lot of the films, she got very demure and did like
I think she just wanted to like explore different like styles
think-
too,
but-
and I think she's like,
And she was
this
going
is what
through
I
health
want to
issues.
do. Yeah,
She was going through health issues too, I think. Some sort of autoimmune disorder. I can't remember which one. But she was in a lot of pain.
yeah, and I just like I love when an artist like this is so clearly the music she wants to be making.
oh yeah, it's like her
And-
roots too.
Yeah, and I love that. Like you don't have anything to prove. Like we know you're a serious artist. Like
I need you to put those on.
He's,
just
like,
so
physically
we can
hurt.
show
Like,
hurt.
the listeners the difference.
They closed my nostrils on each side.
Yeah, they push on her nose.
Well, sorry.
I'm just so tiny.
I'm just
my
so
face
big.
Is so
Your face is
small.
so
I'm just
petite.
such a big girl compared to my dainty Blaze.
Oh, they're on your nostrils too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they just look better on her. I can't, like, I know what they look like. I mean, I've tried them on. They just look good.
They're just not like for you. That's sometimes sunglasses are like that though. Like
I think my head's too small.
Yeah, like and sunglasses you can wear. Like there's certain sunglasses you have that like I can't pull off. Like it's just a thing. Let me see.
I feel like they look good on you too.
They look good on you, but they don't look like something you would wear.
No,
They're uncomfortable. I couldn't breathe. Yeah, they close your whole like side of your nose.
I mean, if
Yeah,
I
they do sit on your nose. Like they're not. I mean, I don't really.
if I have them like down here, yeah, I get a little nasally.
they're not like dailies.
well, that looks unhinged. I wear these many days. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway, Mother Monster is back, and she sang Judas, which is my favorite song. We don't want to, you know, Judas. We gotta be careful.
One of the best music videos of all time, in my opinion.
The best.
Yeah.
Besides
Top
Bad
three.
Romance, maybe, but she's back, bitches.
Yeah.
Mother's
And
back.
I'm so excited. Like, everyone's using the term recession pop, which I love. It is such a
Kesha.
vibe. The new Kesha song with T-Pain, that is the music we listened to in college. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I'm excited about it. You know what? Like,
We'll have to
fine.
hit the
Let's do it.
clubs.
Yeah, we're going to definitely be hitting clubs. All of us, the three of us. The clubs is where we'll be.
The club.
I don't even know what club around here would play her music. It'd
I
have to be
don't-
like one of those where there's a jukebox and you can play your own music.
So a bar.
Yeah.
I'd prefer going to a bar over. You know what? Yeah, I don't think the clubs are for me anymore.
The clubs were never for me.
No, they were never for you, even when we were that age. Like,
I
because
was
we
in the
would go
clubs for a
out.
while.
Yeah,
I was in the real clubs.
you
for
were
a
in like
while.
the big clubs.
the clubs.
Yeah,
Not anymore.
Different life.
Yeah, going out at 2 a.m. Going out, beginning your night at 2 a.m.
well, I would argue
can't do
that
that.
the Wayside is a club.
You never
I've
took
never
us
been
there.
there.
I know. You know what? I'm so sorry. I kept that from you, my honorary CMU alumnus.
Yeah, tell
Fire
the
up
listeners
chips.
where that is, and you never took us.
I'm sorry. The Wayside, for those who aren't familiar, is in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. It is
Where people probably smash mailboxes.
I mean, not the college campus part, but the outskirts, possibly. Yeah, it's possible, highly possible. A lot of corn. Yeah, Mount Pleasant, Michigan, pretty rural surrounding area with just a college town in the middle, and the like famous club there is the Wayside, and it's a feral place. Speaking of feral,
And you know what? When around in our era, there was a lot of animal print to go along with that.
that's true.
yeah.
It was like Jersey Shore time, so there's a lot, but then there was also like the business casual, like near the end of college when like business casual at the club was kind of a vibe.
Oh yeah, blazers. Yeah,
Statement
Pencil
necklaces.
skirts.
Yeah, that was bad. I liked certain fashion elements from like 2013 though. Like there are certain like kind of like the boho styles and like the boots and the jackets. Like
You were
I
always
like
into
those.
boho, yeah.
Like,
but I feel like boho was not. That is a recycled trend. Like that is a trend that comes and goes throughout the decades.
and it's always
It's
like
always trendy.
It's always in style,
Exactly.
like to a degree. That's just like how it manifested in that time,
Yeah.
and I didn't mind it. I thought it worked.
well, that was like peak Coachella time too.
Yeah, right around like probably end
Vanessa
of college.
Hudgens.
Vanessa Ann Hudgens tearing up Coachella.
Queen of Coachella.
Oh my god,
I'm just happy Mother is back.
I'm so excited. I love this album so much. Also, the new Chapel Roan song, an absolute bop,
Yeah.
gay country masterpiece. You love to see it. You love to hear it.
It's a fun one. The Giver.
Yes,
Yeah, I really
She's
like it.
amazing.
love
yeah.
her. So yeah, at least the world might be crumbling, but the music is helping
She's
us
coming back.
get through.
I'm
Yeah.
into. You know what? We've been. There's like
We've been here before.
We've been here before. Like
Yeah,
there's
never
like
this
the
bad, but-
millennial trope of like, oh, a once in a lifetime recession.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Yeah,
True.
it'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. We're just going to keep doing this and we're going to make it through.
Moving on to dumpster dive, we've got another letter for you folks.
Yeah.
This one is a particularly cringy one,
I'm
so
scared.
I'm excited to hear you.
I
read
don't
it
know what
aloud.
I haven't read this yet. I'm reading it for the first time as well.
Kate hasn't read one in a while.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
Okay, I'm gonna be really upset though if like there's teens touching in this one. Like,
I don't
please
know.
tell
There
me
is
there's
some
not.
touching, but it's not explicit. It's more like it's silly. I promise it's silly. You'll enjoy it.
I won't. Edward, hey babes, what's going on with you? Not much with me. I was just thinking about that note that you wrote me, and I think being friends is cool, I guess. If we can't be together, then never mind. Like, you know what I mean, friends with benefits. I need some lovin' in my life since my ex just wants to be friends, even though I'm madly in love with him. So anyways, what do you think about that? Because nobody else will give me any lovin', and when I see you attack runs through my head.
Ooh.
You know, one of these days you're going to get attacked when you least expect it. I know you be missing my kisses on your neck and the fun stuff. Well, you know, I hate this.
It's not explicit.
I know I miss hugging and kissing you. I love to kiss you. You know that, though. Are you still in love with me? I'm sure that you're not, so whatever. You know, I'm a freak. So if you don't think my idea of friends with benefits is a good one, well, that's your loss, isn't it? JK, I need some lovin'. I'm fucking nuts about your nut.
I didn't know that was in there.
Ew. I'm hilarious. Spelled wrong. Oh, well, I'll talk to you after school. Love you, babes. I'm upset. That was... I hated that. Also, like, I want to be friends with benefits because I'm still so madly in love with you. Yikes. Also, every part of that was yikes. I'm upset.
She's like, I didn't know that last part was in there.
I am unhappy. Yeah, I bet you didn't.
I told you, I pulled this one random.
Oh, I bet.
I read the friends with benefits part, and I was like, that should be a good one. It also says, don't show this to NE1.
Well, I didn't see that weird little corner.
And this one says, don't laugh too hard for your eyes, and the eyes are drawn only.
Cool.
So wait, was she talking about an ex in that one?
She's talking about Edward.
Oh, but
Like,
it was to him also.
correct.
That part was confusing.
That was like if I was like, oh yeah, my friend Kate isn't like calling me back, and if I was speaking to Kate.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was confusing. Okay.
The whole thing was confusing, except for the end, which was foul. I'm so upset. Gross.
You've got to give her credit for the,
The
creativity
honesty.
and
It
the
was
honesty.
honest.
Yeah, too honest.
I hate that a teen wrote that. I hate that I read it.
I love that you read
You
it
know
in
what?
those glasses.
You can stop reading these when you find your journals.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're going to punish me?
That's
with-
right. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Blaze
That's
and I are
rude.
going to make you read uncomfy letters until you find your journals.
Why don't you find some journals?
I didn't write journals.
We
We
don't
talked
have
about
journals.
this.
Fine,
we didn't
fine.
journal.
I'll bring the journals.
That's right.
I
Good girl.
honestly, I was thinking about it the other day, and then I just kind of forgot. Sorry.
These are your consequences. You
Great.
face them a little bit. You will face them a lot next time.
It's only going to get more
Ew,
uncomfortable.
no.
Yeah, there's some bad ones.
This
There's
is
some nasty ones.
Ew. This is
Yeah.
motivating in the worst, darkest way.
Good.
I don't
Yeah.
want to reward this, but I don't want to read another one of those.
Good. Well, you know the consequences.
Gross. All right.
Speaking of teens,
Speaking of teens.
Yeah.
Feral Trash Night recap.
Yes.
Recap.
Oh, gosh. Back to Take Me to God's Country. All
So-
right. You know, we have been recapping the OC, and we watched the first 2 episodes and talked about them last week. This week, we watched episodes 3 and 4.
And then tonight we're going to watch 5 and 6. So I'm going to read the synopsis for episode 3.
Take us away.
Cute.
I also just want to give credit where credit is due. Anything I'm reading about the OC is from the OCfandom.com.
Okay.
After Ryan's arrest for the fire, Sandy works his legal magic with surprise help
Legal
from
magic.
Kirsten to get him out. The two search for Ryan's mother, who surfaces apparently sober and ready to accept her son back into her life. In an attempt to improve everyone's chances for a better future, Kirsten invites Ryan's mom to charity casino night. However, Dawn's alcoholic demons resurface and she makes a drunken scene in front of the entire party. And this is episode The Gamble.
Yeah, that touches a small piece of this episode.
Yeah.
I, again, think that it is wild behavior to have someone in your home who is newly sober and, like, has struggled with addiction their whole life, and you're like, you know where you should come with me tonight? A casino theme party with an open bar.
With your teenage son.
Yeah, with your teen. The theme is basically for this party addiction.
Yeah.
So you should bring your little boy. And that's what happens. That's what they do.
Yeah, and it doesn't go well. Crazy.
Yeah, shocking. Who could have ever seen that happening?
There's
That
also,
Humming.
when she does get when Ryan's mom does get like super shit faced, she like makes a scene by tripping. The entire party
Stops.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't even that bad.
off.
Like, people
Music
trip.
off, and
Yeah.
they're like all staring at this woman. I'm like, there is no way at any party that many people would feel comfortable just staring at somebody.
And would have noticed. Like, it would have been loud in there.
Right.
Nobody noticed a woman tripping. Like, I'm
At the casino party, by the way.
Oh, also, by the way, it was planned in one single day.
That's right.
They decided the theme like 48 hours before, and we're just like,
Yeah.
That's a part of the episode, by the way. We're not making that up. That
No,
is something
that's a
that they
plot
talk
point.
about.
They were like, I can't believe we don't have a theme. The party's tomorrow. And I'm like, the party's tomorrow.
yeah,
Huh?
and they managed to get like,
real machines.
30 slot machines and
Yeah.
like all this like crazy lighting. I mean,
Oh yeah, all the neon signage.
And it
Yeah.
wasn't a casino. Like, they brought in casino stuff to a room. And I'm like, you could have just
Gone to a
landed at a
casino.
casino.
that the craziest part is the machines to me, because like you can call any event company and like they can set up like a stage, lights, like all that sort of stuff. Like it can be done, but like to bring in like all those slot machines is, and then they were like, professionals weren't bringing them in. They were like, Ryan, Luke, come
Yeah.
on, boys, like you have to set this whole party up, like exploiting this vulnerable teen for his labor.
Don't they also talk about the? I'm trying to see if they talk about the budget.
I don't think the budget's ever discussed.
It's unlimited. The budget doesn't exist.
I just remember thinking that they were like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I don't remember the budget.
It was a lot. And then at this casino night, Julie Cooper, Marissa's mom, confronts,
Sandy Cohen.
but like subtly.
Yeah, she says like, tell Kirsten like, thank you so much for like giving Jimmy the $100,000,
Oh,
and like
yeah.
Sandy didn't know.
Yeah.
It was honestly, Julie takes a really bad turn. So like, I'm not trying to sound like I'm defending her, but like up to this point, like I get why she's mad.
You're on her side at this point.
Like, but they kind of make it so she's like being so unreasonable and she's so difficult. But it's like, this man has like been lying,
and also committing a crime.
committing federal crimes, lying to her, and he's also obviously in love with another woman who he lives next door to. Like,
Yeah.
Who just gave him $100,000.
Yeah.
secretly, without telling her
I'd
husband
be
or
pretty
his
annoyed
wife.
about that too.
She has a right to be upset.
I wouldn't be thrilled.
And then from a love perspective at this point, Ryan and Marissa are not together. Marissa
No.
is with Luke post fire, but there's obvious tension.
She and Ryan still yearn for one another.
Urine is smolder for one another.
Some older, yeah. And then Ryan's mom leaves and is just like, you know what, Kirsten, you're better at being a mom, so I'm gonna go.
She sneaks out.
Well, Ryan like sees her,
Yeah, like, you're just better at this. I'm going to leave him here. This seems like a good home for him.
and everyone's like, okay.
Mind you, this woman has a full-time career and,
Yeah.
like, is never home.
Also, Ryan's mom, just because they're rich, she met them for like an afternoon.
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's-
Ryan's only been there for like a few days. Like
They could be crazy.
they could be crazy. They could be doing all sorts of awful things to him.
and a lot of their neighbors are crazy.
Like they're rich, so everyone just like trusts them. I mean, that's
Yeah.
real. Like,
Yeah.
that is like the one realistic thing about this show is like rich people can do whatever they want and like not have to obey the law. Like, except
Just Ryan, because he's not rich.
right, well, Jimmy Cooper because he stole rich people's money, which like
Yeah.
again, he is such a fucking loser.
So now we're going to move into episode 4. So the name of this episode is The Debut.
Oh, cotillion.
Ryan and the Cohens make a big step in becoming his legal guardians. And with that, he's expected to attend the cotillion ball.
It's been like a week since they've met this kid.
where Newport's finest young ladies enter society. Luke's jealousy results in Ryan escorting Marissa, and Seth meets Anna Stern, a new student from Pittsburgh whom he forms an unexpected connection with.
The worst.
Jimmy becomes a suspect of a fraud investigation, and Holly's dad decides to confront him at the ball in front of everyone.
Is Holly the one that Luke was cheating on
Yeah.
in episode
Sure
1 or
is.
2?
The
They're
Yeah,
always
Okay, that's
the
what I
beach
thought.
house, and they're always at like
Yeah,
her
Holly's
house.
like kind of always like she's always she's like a pretty significant background character.
Just
Yeah.
like the hoe that's always like fucking up relationships. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love a hoe.
the rich hoe.
Yep.
Because like, so the first thing that I want to say is there's so much tension in this episode,
Oh yeah.
So much smoldering.
so much smoldering and yearning.
You guys, the grip, this, like, I keep mentioning, like, the grip these things had on me, but, like, when Ryan walked into Cotillion, he's like, I heard like someone could use a white knight or whatever. I was like, oh my god,
Me, it's me. Who can use it?
I'll be your princess, Ryan.
Come to the TV and get me. I'm here.
Okay. Don't stop. Keep going.
I will be Marissa for you. Look at my pencil. This is Lois Rose. I'm just as pretty.
All I'm hearing is I didn't understand a fucking word of that.
I'm just as pretty.
Sorry, my retainer was too much.
Yeah, the headgear was really getting in the
There
way.
is no way we can do a closed caption on that.
No. That'll be a
Truly
manual
impossible.
fix.
I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to type that fucker in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just you can even just put in parentheses, like, you know, when you're watching a movie and it's like mumble, like incoherent mumbling. That was me with headgear at 13 for the listeners.
I had an expander.
I had an expander and a headgear. And the headgear attached to the braces. So if you were like, well, you didn't have braces, guess again.
Yeah, something worse.
Yeah, every metal, like, piece of orthodontia that existed was
In your mouth.
on these teeth, in my mouth. Oh, God.
Okay. The other thing I wanted to say, this was an episode that for me was tough to watch as an adult. Like, I had to, because
Oh, yeah. Like,
there is so much, like, no, you go with me. And, like, there's all this, like, back and forth about Luke, Marissa, and Ryan. But there's also, like, this weird triangle with, like, this new Anna character and Seth and Summer. And it's just, like, it flip-flops so much.
Yeah.
And it was, like, again, I had to really, like, I had to take some parenting pills and really throw
sure.
myself
Yeah, think
into
like a
this
teen.
one. Like a teen. Yeah, it was a rough one.
Yeah, Anna, for the listeners. And we don't know much about Anna at this point, but she is the worst.
She's the female Seth.
Yes.
she's like, okay, this is how I felt watching this again. Like, she was always insufferable. Like, truly, like, the epitome of, like, manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah.
And, like, if you had told me that, like, Seth, like, made her up in a fever dream, because she is literally, like, Seth's fantasy of a woman. Like,
Yeah.
if you told me that, like, before I saw the end of the episode, if you were like, well, Anna actually, like, you'll never believe this, but, like, Anna actually doesn't exist. Seth just had this, like, crazy dream, like, after he got, like, meningitis and was having crazy fever
Or
dreams.
got stoned with his, like, you know,
Oh, yeah.
juvenile delinquent new brother.
Yeah, did weed with his new brother, and
Did we?
and became, you know, was and
You got
experiencing
this.
psychosis. Yeah, sorry, wow, really couldn't spit that out. This is what his brain came up with. Is
Yeah.
this person Anna?
And in this episode, she's just trying to be like the cool girl, like just like be cool, Ryan, like just like
Confidence.
yeah, just like is it confident? Like what is she telling him? She's telling Seth to be confident in front of Summer. That's it. She's
Yeah.
like, you just gotta like be cool, like be confident. Girls like a confident guy. And he's like, okay,
Sure, Anna.
it's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
I will say I did like the parent storyline, because we find out that, well, Sandy finds out from his like DA buddy that Jimmy's being investigated by the
Yeah.
SEC, and with Kirsten giving him that money, like, is also potentially at risk for being investigated.
Because she gave him this money and
No
asked
questions asked.
Not one question. Not one, and told no one.
Not even her husband.
Nope. So yeah, no shit. Like you might be in trouble. And like, again, every right to be mad. Like, Sandy has every right to be furious at Jimmy Cooper.
Yeah.
Like, he should be.
The only thing that kind of, like, again, as an adult, this is my adult personality. Like, as a teen, I would have never picked up on this. But I would, like, Jimmy Cooper.
Loser.
Dumbest, well, yeah, but dumbest criminal ever. Like, you don't shit where you sleep, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, all these people you stole from her at this like cotillion.
they're all, like, your kids' like,
Yeah.
rip off
I
people
mean,
you don't, like, have to live next to, dude.
these are, like, your
Bernie
best
Madoff,
friends.
yeah, like people you're close with, but like, yeah, incredibly stupid, and also like this victim complex he has.
Oh, yeah.
like that. It gets worse. Like, he's the worst. He's the worst.
He's pretty bad now.
Right now, I mean, some others will get worse. But anyway, I have to call attention to this note that I wrote when I was watching it. There was another scene that had a grip on my young headgear riddled self. And it's when they're at Cotillion, and he's like, I wrote down what Ryan says to Luke. I forget what Luke is like, being a jerk to Marissa.
Yeah.
And at some point, I wrote just what Ryan says, which is, then listen to her and stop acting like one. And I don't even know what like he said. I wish I'd written that part down. But again,
Important.
I made the note because I remember Ryan delivering that line when I was like 12 or 13 and being like,
What a man.
I'm standing up for her. Oh my gosh, what a man. This really like doesn't hit without the actual like full context. But just know I wrote it because of my heart. And
He
how I
probably
felt at
just
the time.
said like she was being a dick. Like he's noticed the smoldering at this
He
point.
probably called her like a slut or a whore.
Yeah, like you love Ryan, and she
Yeah.
did. And he was probably like, you bitch. And she was probably like, that was so mean. And he was probably said that.
Yeah, well, it made a mark on me.
we heard.
Yeah, she sure did.
Oh yeah, and then Ryan gets into trouble. So he doesn't get into like fights this episode, but he does tackle
Holly's dad,
Holly's
right?
dad.
I would call that a
because
fight.
He's right, exactly, because he's trying to punch.
He did punch Jimmy.
Oh, he did punch
Yeah.
Jimmy, but then like it kind of like escalates.
He's like, sorry, I said I wouldn't get in any fights. And they're just like, Ryan, you
I
silly
can't,
goose.
I can't let this rando like beat up the girl I like's dad. Like, yes, you can.
You absolutely
You're
can.
a teenager.
You're like supposed to be what, 16 in this
yeah,
episode?
I think he was supposed to. I think they're sophomores.
Yeah,
He's a criminal, and he committed a crime, and this is what's happening.
right. Like, come on. You have high test scores, Ryan. Figure it
Yeah,
out.
think of your test scores.
Yeah.
Ryan, think of your future.
And now it's been like 3 days.
Yeah.
And all this is happening.
And all of a sudden, the Coens are his legal guardians.
Yeah.
Really fast.
Yeah, real too fast.
I mean, to be fair, just from my Law and Order SVU episodes and different documentaries, I've heard from entertainment sources that like that type of age child usually is not as much of a like. They're like, all right, whatever. If you want to take him type of situation.
they don't
that
care.
makes I mean,
Oh.
I imagine it's the hardest to place like older teenagers. Like,
Yeah, so they're probably like,
no, and again, they knew Sandy. The Coens were rich. Like,
right? Yeah, no.
Everyone
concept.
just let him have him.
the only realistic part of the whole show.
Also, no one talks to Ryan about it. So like they literally come into his
Yeah.
room and they're like, hey, we're going to be your legal guardians. And that's not what's weird to me. It's that like Ryan was never contacted by anybody at like what, CPS or like anything
No
to be
one.
like, hey, someone is fucking like adopting you essentially.
Would you like this to happen?
Right. Are you comfortable with these people? Are you a hostage? No one
Yeah.
talks to him because he's like surprised.
Again, they're rich. No one cares.
Certain places, and like, yeah, they're rich, and like, it's like off their hands, and like, everyone knows this family. It's like the richest developer and like the public defenders. Like, everyone would know them, so they're probably just like, oh, all right, it's out of our hands, and like, there's a solution. Like, whatever. Like,
Don't get any more trouble.
enjoy your new mom and dad.
So fucked up.
So fucked up.
But I love it.
Yeah, it's so good. And like Dr. Panda made a point, like, so when she first watched the show, I had the DVDs and we would watch it together in the summer, and I would just fast forward through the adult stuff.
Yep.
So like I'm watching this for the first time in a while, and Dr. Panda is watching it for the first time ever. She never knew the adult storyline.
Because you always fast forward.
Yeah. So there's like half the show she'd like never seen.
She's like, who's this character? And it's like, oh, that's Kirsten Cohen.
Yeah, duh.
well, she knew because Kirsten was in scenes with the other ones, but yeah, like she couldn't have told you about like Jimmy Cooper's case.
Like half the show's new.
Yeah, literally.
That's very funny.
I didn't even realize that. She told me the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, so you truly are watching a new show.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's experiencing it in a new way too.
It'd be funny if somebody cut it to just be the adult storyline.
Oh, yeah.
They should do a spin-off. We're ready. The millennials will watch it.
It'll be like 2 episodes.
Adam Brody?
Yeah,
I don't know why that's not
he does TV.
He's back in TV. Like
They all could. Yeah, Rachel Bilson's done TV. Misha Barton's.
I'd
I don't
watch
know what
it.
she's done. Yeah, I would
she's
too.
like missing off the face of the earth, it feels like, Misha Barton.
Yeah, I think she had a hard time after that.
I think she's like doing better now. She was
Ben
doing some like
McKenzie's done
interviews for
some
a
stuff
minute.
too.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody, yeah.
They-
Come on.
You know what? They are not so booked and busy that they could turn down.
Something Feral is calling for a what are those like lists that you can make? Like a petition. Yeah, we're gonna make a
a
petition.
list that you can make. Our activist friend.
Clearly, we're gonna do a petition to have an OC,
A reboot?
a reboot of the OC, but with the original cast, and they all have to play the teens that they played. I want a shot-for-shot remake. No context. All the same people.
Oh,
No, I want an adult storyline only. Like, I want to see, like, Kirsten Cohen going to work and, like, Caleb, like, yelling at her and, like, bringing French models into the office. Like,
yeah.
I want to see, like, them having to, like, explain this child. Like, I want to see,
I want to watch Jimmy Cooper ruin the community, like, day by day. Well, like, I want to see the adults talking, like, asking the questions that we're asking.
Right, yeah.
Like,
More conversations in like the women's like country club.
what their club,
locker
yeah,
room.
like their Pilates after, like
like at casino night, they're like, who's this drunk woman?
Yeah, we need
and
the
just,
gossip.
like, why did Kirsten bring this alcoholic to the addiction themed party? Like,
Yeah, we need that side of it.
That's exactly what we need.
we could also reenact this. Listeners, let us know if you want us to do this on TikTok.
I'm doing it today.
Okay, who would we all play if we had to play a character in the OC?
We wait,
An adult,
not teens.
an adult, not a teen.
Ew, I don't want to be any of the adults.
There's no real good adults. Sandy Cohen is like decent.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this with all love in my heart. I think I have to be Julie Cooper.
Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like I want to play Julie Cooper. Blaze, who gets to be Julie Cooper?
Who's more like Julie Cooper?
Oh God, you're hopefully neither of us.
Or not actions.
Definitely neither of us.
If I
yeah,
was
or
thinking-
vibes, not actions.
Yeah.
to be clear.
Vibes, I would have to say you, just based on some of your like college actions. Like I just see that.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Not
then
obvious. It's the vibes. Not
Fair.
you are wearing sunglasses on a podcast inside.
There are
you kind of are giving her now, right
There
now.
are 6 lights pointed at me.
You're giving Julie Cooper right now.
I know what she does. That is so bad.
Okay, you have to be Kirsten.
Vibes only. Yeah, you have to be Kirsten.
Yeah, probably.
So then where does that leave me? Sandy.
Jimmy.
No.
I can't be Jimmy. I'll be Sandy.
Yeah, I can see that.
You would play a great Jimmy Cooper.
Would I?
Yeah, because you like know. I feel like you know exactly. Like you have such a good judge of character. Like you know exactly what. Like
Hey,
the
Jimmy Cooper here. Can I have $100,000?
Well, and I
My wife and daughter just spend all my money. Like, I have to steal from our community because that's not going to have any consequences to that family.
and yeah, it'll be fine. Well, like I just feel like you have such a good judge of character. Like you would know exactly all the losery things to say. Like you know what I mean? Like if you had to ad lib the script, like I bet you could nail it. Like they would just like keep your improv scenes. Be like, wow, like none of this was written down, but like she really got into the character of Jimmy Cooper. Like you know
it.
what a loser looks like. I mean,
That's
we just did the
true.
March Madness. You had a
Listeners, am I Jimmy Cooper?
No, you're not Jimmy Cooper, but you could really play a good Jimmy.
We're talking
Cooper.
about who could play the vibes
could play the
best.
vibes.
Yeah. Like you know how a losery man behaves.
That's true.
And you could act it out, I think.
well, thank you.
Something to think about, yeah.
It's a compliment.
It's a compliment to your acting abilities and your character assessment.
Thank you. On that note, now that I'm dubbed Jimmy Cooper,
Yeah, moving on to Feral Trash Night.
yeah, tonight. So we're
Let's
watching
go.
episodes 5 and 6.
I can't wait.
And then what are we eating?
Well, I'm eating leftovers.
I brought leftovers. I texted
I brought.
a salad.
No. So I'm gonna
Oh my
get
God,
torn
if you
apart.
say fucking popcorn, I'm going to lose.
No, I didn't bring popcorn.
Carrots?
No, I brought peppers and a cucumber and a protein bar.
It's even stupider than I thought.
That's
I know.
Word. Wait,
Well, I was
pepper.
like running.
Wait,
I was
peppers?
literally running
Nope,
out
no,
of the
no.
house, like, and I just like grabbed stuff. Like
peppers,
Maverick
cucumbers,
grabbed some things for me too.
Peppers,
I'm hoping
cucumbers.
you have a dip I can borrow. I meant to grab the dip, but it was like so garlicky. I didn't want to like have it in the rental car.
Is that it?
Fruit snacks.
Fruit snacks. You eat like my 6-year-old.
I know.
That's like something I would pack Gillian for lunch.
I understand. Like I'm not proud of it, but like I was scurrying out of the house in such a hurry. I
Like a little critter.
literally, and I just didn't have time to like put together a real situation for myself. So snack dinner, girl dinner.
As long as you're okay with it.
Not these girls.
No, I need
No.
real dinner.
Yeah, real dinner.
Woman dinner.
Woman dinner.
Ooh, I didn't like that.
You said it
That
first.
was icky.
Ew.
Ew.
I feel like a woman dinner is like I'm picturing like a beautiful meal laid out at a table, or like woman dinner, like you got a hard day on the farm and like you got to eat just like
Straight tequila night.
Oh, no, I was gonna say you gotta like just like eat like eggs and beef and like just
Rice,
hearty
potatoes.
Yeah,
Potatoes.
That's
meat
what I'm
and
eating.
taters. I'm literally having meat and rice, so
I'm
woman
having
dinner.
rice too. Yeah, a veggie rice.
Woman dinner. That's
Woman
right.
dinner. Warm woman dinner. No cold salads for us.
Ain't right.
Just warm starch.
Ain't right to eat that liberal shit.
A cucumber? What am I? One of those homosexuals.
Jasper, what do you have to say about that?
Jasper's not here today. He's still mourning. Yeah, it was like a few days ago. It was like I think it was like the anniversary of like the Civil War and like the South surrendering. I think.
So he's just in hibernation.
Let me double check. He's
sad.
mourning.
Mourning.
He's like laying on the floor, like wailing about states' rights. Fucking loser. What was I looking up?
It doesn't matter. We should.
Oh,
wrap
the
up.
Civil War. No, Civil War.
Should we?
When did the South surrender?
Well, to be fair, he got turned into a vampire during the
9th.
war.
I was right.
Wow.
April 9th,
There you go.
1865.
I wonder if he converted before the war ended.
To the Union side?
Yeah, he'd like turned into a vampire mid-war and started, I guess, well,
He like went rogue and was doing other stuff, wasn't he? For Victoria?
I don't know.
No idea.
No, for someone he
No,
met.
he did do shit. No, did he do shit for Victoria?
No, it wasn't Victoria. It was like another vampire. But like, I think he deserted the Confederate army, but like not for the cause. I think because he was like lured away by her, and they thought he was dead in the war. Yeah, again, not even a good soldier. And they were like, in what movie was it? Eclipse, when they were like, Jasper's gonna teach us how to be the best fighters. It's like the fucking loser Confederate who quit and got lost. Like,
And murdered.
yeah, this loser on the losing side is going to teach you how to fight. Like,
To be fair to Jasper, not our Jasper.
wait, in defense of Jasper E. Lee, where's this going?
No, not in defense of Jasper E. Lee. In defense of Jasper from the Twilight series. They wanted him to fight because he had experience with newborns, not because he
that's
was a
right.
Confederate.
And newborns are
whatever.
strong.
He recruiting his child soldiers. He had experience with child soldiers.
But that, you know what, to be very honest, that could have been a movie decision, not a book decision.
I haven't read those books in too long. Listeners, should we read the books?
No, thank you.
If you want to just hear somebody read the books, listen to passages.
That's true. They really, we would just be, you know, it already exists.
Yep, it already exists.
And it's done flawlessly. So who are we to touch that?
I think we should also tell the listeners we have never actually made it to Chili's because we all got busy. So we might make it to Chili's.
I was solo
We go to
parenting
Chili's on
my
Easter.
solo child. Oh, God.
I'm
I
kidding.
have Friday off.
We're not
Let's go to
doing-
Chili's.
We will be out of town this
On
weekend.
Good Friday, when Jesus is hanging on the cross, you want me to pull apart a 5-pound cheese stick at a chain restaurant.
It's 5 pounds?
I don't know. I just
He died for our sins. This is a sin.
Right.
I'm gonna make it worth
We
his
gotta
while
make-
at that Chili's.
That's right. You'll be praying to the gods in that toilet. That's for sure.
Oh.
All right.
Anyway,
Blaze, take it away.
that's our show. You can find us at Something Feral FTN on Instagram, Something Feral Pod at Gmail, on TikTok, and we're on YouTube. So watch us on YouTube and Spotify. So if you're a Spotify girly, and if you're not, you should transfer to Spotify because it's the best service ever. And we have video and audio and all the things you could ever need. Is that
Yeah,
it?
you did it. That was a good
That's
one.
our girl. Is that it?
Wow.
Look at me.
Thorough
Look at
Blaze.
you.
Off to get ferals. See you next week.
Bye.